Picture this. You're at work, sitting at your desk, and suddenly you realize you've just made a big mistake. Maybe you sent the wrong file to your boss, or you missed an important detail in a project. The realization hits you like a wave, and for a moment, time seems to stand still. Your mind races as you try to process what just happened, and you can almost feel the weight of the error settling on your shoulders. Instantly, you feel your cheeks flush with embarrassment, and your heart starts pounding in your chest. Your hands might tremble, and you can't help but fidget nervously at your desk, hoping no one else has noticed your mistake yet. The anxiety builds, and you start to worry about the consequences. What will your boss say? Will your co-workers judge you? Will this affect your reputation or your future at the company? That inner voice, the one that always seems to show up at the worst times, pipes up, harsh and unforgiving. "You're so stupid. How could you let this happen?" It scolds. The words echo in your mind, making you feel even smaller, even more defeated. You bury your face in your hands, frustration and self-doubt swirling together, and you wonder if you'll ever get it right. Sound familiar? If you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone. We've all been there, each and every one of us. Mistakes are a universal part of the human experience, and feeling overwhelmed or ashamed in those moments is something everyone can relate to, no matter how confident or successful they may seem on the outside. Life has a way of throwing curveballs when we least expect it. We miss the mark, we fall short of our own expectations, and suddenly we become our own harshest critics. The disappointment can feel heavy, and it's easy to spiral into negative self-talk, replaying the mistake over and over in our minds. Maybe it was that presentation you stumbled through, the deadline you missed by just a few hours, or the personal goal you set but didn't quite reach. These moments can leave us feeling defeated, unworthy, and convinced that we're not good enough. The evidence of our missteps, rejected slides, missed dates, crumpled goal sheets seems to pile up, reinforcing the story that we're failing. But what if there's another way to handle these inevitable bumps in the road? What if, instead of beating ourselves up, we chose to respond with kindness and understanding? Imagine taking a deep breath, pausing for a moment, and allowing yourself to feel hope instead of despair. What if you could see mistakes not as proof of your inadequacy, but as natural, even necessary parts of your journey? This is where self-compassion comes in. It's the practice of treating yourself with the same warmth, patience, and care that you would offer a close friend who's struggling. It means recognizing that everyone makes mistakes, and that your worth isn't defined by your setbacks. Self-compassion is about being gentle with yourself in moments of failure. It's about offering yourself a reassuring smile, a comforting word, or a supportive gesture, just as you would for someone you care about. It's understanding that you deserve kindness, especially when things don't go as planned. Ultimately, it's about acknowledging your imperfections, mistakes, and setbacks, not as evidence of failure, but as valuable opportunities for growth and learning. When you approach yourself with compassion, you open the door to resilience, self-acceptance, and the courage to try again. And that truly is a moment of truth worth embracing. Imagine your best friend just called you, their voice trembling with emotion, heartbroken after a painful breakup. You can hear the sadness in their words, the weight of disappointment and loss pressing down on them. In that moment, you instinctively want to help, to be there for them, to offer comfort and support. Would you ever respond by berating them, calling them names, or dwelling on their flaws? Would you tell them they're not good enough, or that they brought this on themselves? Of course not. That would feel unthinkable. Instead, you'd probably defend them if anyone else spoke harshly, and you'd reassure them that they're worthy of love and kindness. You'd offer gentle words of comfort, reminding them of their strengths, their resilience, and all the reasons they deserve happiness. You might write them a note filled with positive affirmations, or simply sit with them in silence, letting them know they're not alone. You'd encourage them to see the bigger picture, to remember that setbacks are a part of life, and that healing is possible. Self-compassion is about extending that same empathy and understanding inwards, especially when we're the ones hurting. It's about recognizing that we too are deserving of patience and care, even when we stumble or fall short of our own expectations. It's about being our own best friend, especially during times of struggle. When life feels overwhelming, or when we make mistakes, self-compassion invites us to pause, breathe, and treat ourselves with the same warmth we'd offer someone we love. Instead of letting that harsh inner critic take over, imagine a voice inside you that says, "It's okay, everyone makes mistakes. You're learning, and you'll come back stronger." This voice doesn't ignore your pain, but it doesn't add to it either. It helps you move forward with hope and self-acceptance. Let's say you were training for a marathon, pouring your heart into every run, and you had to pull out due to an unexpected injury. The disappointment is real, and it stings. You might feel frustrated, even defeated, as you watch others cross the finish line. Self-compassion wouldn't mean pretending you're not disappointed or brushing your feelings aside. It's not about ignoring the pain or forcing yourself to just get over it. Instead, it's about acknowledging the setback, allowing yourself to feel what you feel, and recognizing that it's okay to be sad or frustrated. It's about honoring the hard work you put in, the dedication and effort, and treating yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend in a similar situation. You might reflect on your progress, celebrate small victories, and remind yourself that setbacks don't define your worth or your future. Self-compassion is about shifting from self-criticism to self-care. It's about creating a nurturing environment for yourself, whether that means taking time to rest, writing yourself a kind note, or simply allowing yourself to be human. When we become our own friend within, we build resilience, heal more deeply, and move forward with greater confidence and peace. Cultivating self-compassion starts with simple yet powerful acts of kindness towards ourselves. One effective technique is using affirmations, positive statements that challenge negative self-talk. Instead of dwelling on your flaws, try repeating phrases like, "I am worthy of love and belonging. I am capable of learning and growing. I am enough, just as I am." These affirmations might feel strange at first, but with consistent practice, they can rewire your brain, replacing self-doubt with self-acceptance. It's like planting seeds of kindness that blossom into greater self-compassion. Sometimes, self-criticism stems from feeling isolated in our struggles. When we're caught up in our own thoughts, it's easy to believe that we're the only ones who feel lost, anxious, or overwhelmed. This sense of isolation can make our challenges feel even heavier, as if no one else could possibly understand what we're going through. But the truth is, we forget that everyone, yes, everyone, experiences setbacks, makes mistakes, and faces challenges. No matter how put together someone may seem on the outside, they too have moments of doubt and disappointment. It's a universal part of being human. Remembering our shared humanity is crucial for cultivating self-compassion. When we recognize that struggle is a common thread connecting us all, it becomes easier to be gentle with ourselves. We realize that imperfection is not a flaw, but a natural part of life. Think about it. The most successful people you admire, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, and even your mentors, have all encountered countless obstacles on their journeys. Their paths were not smooth or free from hardship. They've stumbled, fallen, and faced rejection. They've had moments where they questioned themselves, doubted their abilities, and wondered if they should give up. The difference is, they learned to treat themselves with compassion, viewing setbacks as opportunities for growth. Instead of harsh self-judgment, they chose understanding and patience, allowing themselves to learn and move forward. When you're feeling down on yourself, remember that you are not alone. Reach out to someone you trust, and let them remind you that your feelings are valid and shared by many. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone faces challenges. It's not a sign of weakness, but a sign of being human. Sharing your experiences can help lighten the load and foster deeper connections. Connect with others, share your experiences, and offer each other support. By opening up, you create space for empathy, understanding, and healing. Recognizing our shared humanity can be incredibly liberating, reminding us that we're all in this together. When we embrace this truth, we can move forward with greater kindness, both toward ourselves and those around us.